You ever walk through the door of a place that you feel like home and realize it never truly was? That's what happened to me. The walls, the furniture, even the air, it had all been claimed by others, as if my existence didn't matter. I thought I had security. My father's apartment, the one he left me after he died, was supposed to be mine. He had planned carefully, trying to give me a sense of stability after my parents' divorce. That home was meant to be a foundation. But when I returned from a work assignment across the country, strangers were living there, strangers who called themselves family. I'm Liam Carter, 25. I had spent months in a sterile staff apartment on the other coast, working a temporary job I thought would push my career forward. The place was practical, sure, but lifeless. It had none of the warmth of Dad's apartment. The soft gray walls, the faint cedar scent he loved, the way the morning light stretched across the hardwood floors. That place was mine. Until suddenly it wasn't. Dad had died in a plane crash just a year after I graduated college. One moment, he was sending me casual texts about his flights. The next, his name appeared in a breaking news headline. The grief was sharp, hollowing me out. He left me his apartment, money to get by, and something rare, peace of mind. He always wanted me to have that. After my parents split when I was 13, Mom remarried. Her new husband, Douglas, was decent enough, but his presence filled every space that used to belong to us. A year into their marriage, they had Max, my half-brother. Douglas also had a grown son from a previous marriage, Ryan, who already had his own family. Slowly, I faded into background. Mom's attention shifted fully to them. My old bedroom was turned into a guest room, my belongings shoved into an office. "It's just for the holidays," she said once, avoiding my eyes. That was the moment I knew the truth. I no longer mattered. As the years passed, I found comfort in my grandmother, Elaine. She became my anchor after Dad's death. Always steady, smelling faintly of coffee and cedar. Dad's apartment became my true home. I tried to keep ties with Mom, visited occasionally, watched Max grow into a sweet, curious kid. But even then, the connection was lopsided. 6 months ago, I left for that assignment across the country. Before I left, Mom offered to help manage the apartment. I refused. I told her clearly, no one else was to live there. It was mine. I didn't trust her. Then came the call. Grandma's voice was hesitant, almost breaking. "Liam, Ryan and his family moved in after you left. Your mom and Douglas helped them." It felt like ice water poured through my veins. I called Mom immediately. "Everything's fine," she insisted too quickly. But the truth crept out. Yes, Ryan and his family were living there. Yes, she knew. Yes, she gave them permission. I booked the first flight home. Every mile, every second in the air, I burned with quiet rage. I rehearsed what I'd say, clenching my fists, unclenching them again. When I landed, I stopped first at Grandma's. Her kitchen, warm with coffee and cedar, gave me a moment to breathe before the confrontation. The next stop was my apartment. 3rd floor, door 307. The hallway smelled of old paint and carpet cleaner. My key didn't work. The locks had been changed. My chest tightened with fury. So I went to Mom's house. Perfect lawns, trimmed hedges, a swing set out front. She opened the door, her face shifting from surprise to irritation. "What are you doing here?" she asked coldly. "What am I doing here? It's my apartment. You let them take it without asking." Douglas stepped forward, his voice full of self-righteousness. "Ryan needed a place. He has kids. They deserve it more than you." I kept my voice steady, sharp. "Dad left it to me. It's mine." Mom flinched. Douglas just shrugged. My belongings, I later found, had been shoved into their garage. Mom's explanation was hollow. I called a moving van. That night, I stayed at Grandma's, my things piled up like unwanted clutter. Max ran toward me, his eyes bright, but Mom pulled him back. My heart ached, but I didn't show it. Not anymore. The next morning, I woke with a clear purpose. I studied tenant laws, property rights. I called the police. Officer Martinez came with me, calm and firm, and escorted me back to my apartment. Ryan and his family were ordered to leave. Their pleading, their tears, their accusations of cruelty. I met them with silence. They were never my family. I stood there expressionless as they packed their belongings. Toys, clothes, furniture. Every trace of their intrusion piled into boxes. The words I wanted to shout burned inside me, but I didn't let them escape. All I said was, "Leave my keys, take your things, go." Afterwards, I walked through the rooms. Yellow paint covered the walls. New furniture filled the space. My office had been turned into a playroom. In the bathroom mirror, someone had scrawled a single word in red lipstick. Bastard. 6 months ago, I might have cried. I might have let guilt take root. But now, I wiped it away without hesitation, my own reflection staring back, steady and unbroken. I watched from the window as they drove away, my car still untouched, the weight lifting from my chest. Over the next days, I repainted the walls. Restore would have been mine. Ignored Mom's calls and her flimsy excuses. Standing in the living room again, surrounded by soft gray walls, I finally felt it. Reclaiming yourself isn't quiet. It isn't easy. It's deliberate, sometimes brutal. But when you take back what's yours, when you finally stand in the space that belongs to you, every dismissal, every betrayal, every stolen moment becomes fuel. I placed my hands on the counter, breathing in fresh paint, coffee, and resolve. I was home, and this time, no one would ever take it from me again.